Brentford 2, Arsenal 0. The Banter Club have started the new Premier League season in the same old fashion. That's the last one. Jez, Kenny, we're going to go through player ratings. It's not going to take long, as we already know. And the Rat Army are fully assembling absolute shambolic performances all over the park. Our two strikers are apparently conveniently ill. Yeah, conveniently ill, even though they've trained all week. It is what it is. But Jez,
and play against Spurs.
Let me come to you, Jez. Let's start with the goalkeeper. For me, I thought he was at fault for the first goal, along with Callum Chambers. I don't care whether the ball went out or not. You still got to do your job. What did you make of Leno tonight?
5.
What did you make of him on that goal? Did you think that it was more Chambers' problem and he was blindsided, or you got a lobby in the post?
Well, I'm still jury out whether he's out of play. I don't know, but Butterfingers again. Oh, mate, honestly, dearie, is he going to take us forward? No. Lee, Kenny, fuck me. First game of the season, I'm depressed already about the club. I mean,
Jez, join me on loan at Man City. It's fine.
No, I'm going to Grimsby Town.
Grimsby Town. All right, nice little mini and chips up there, mate. Yeah,
they got nice, fishing boats up there, nice, lovely fresh fish. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Mate, no, no, 4. Fuck it, 4.
Yeah, let's go. Let me come to you, Kenny. Callum Chambers. Let's go with Callum Chambers. He played right back today. Obviously, Bellerin was on the bench, which could be a sign of the times, because the last few games of last season, we barely see Hector Bellerin. Callum Chambers obviously gets a pass with our fans, but he had a couple of good games. What did you make of his performance tonight? Because for me, at times, he was all over the gaff, mate. And the clearance that he made, whether it was in play or not, was just laughable.
2.
What did you make of him?
2.
Well, the thing about it, right, is that I can't give him anything more than, if I give him 3, that's generous. It's pathetic. He didn't do what he was there for. I mean, did he put any crosses in and overlap? Don't remember him doing that. The goal, I could kill him. I really could kill him. Clearing the ball. I didn't talk about clearing the ball with height. We're talking about distance and respectable distance, but he clears the ball with height straight to one of their players, and then he committed a cardinal sin, which he needs. I could kill him for. You don't show Canos from his right foot. You just don't do that. What you do is show him down in his left foot, which is not his strong foot, and then you give your defence enough time to do that. For me, 3. And let's. I mean, how many players have to be injured for him to get a game? If we need a right back, and we always believe we did, well, we need one desperately.
And mate, I totally agree. We needed a right back. We've got 4 right backs at this football club, and none of them are any good. It's mad. Let's go to the opposite side, Jez. Kieran Tierney.
Tierney, not his greatest game, to be fair. He did a few things, but fair play to the fella. What he did do, nobody up front, in my opinion, was good enough to receive what he did. So I will give him a 6. The fella's quality, but unless you've got people in front of you who actually receive what you're doing and do something with it, what is the point?
Yeah, he put some good crosses in the box tonight, and there was no one anticipating.
No, and it's I really love Tierney, but we just, I don't know, our midfield is shocking. And fair play to Brentford. fair play to them. They shook us down, and what can you say? So yeah, Tierney a 6, mate, for me.
Kenny, Pablo Marie.
I could swing for him. I could swing for him. I could swing for him. And I'll tell you one thing. He's one of those things where you just get him round, pull him up, and say, "What the hell were you thinking about?" Everything he did today annoyed me. He annoyed me. You know, the way Ben White, right, has managed to, help him out by making sure Mbeumo, goes down his right hand side. What does Murray do? Let him have a shot. 1 out of 10. And I don't want to talk about the second goal because I could
Let's
just
go. Let's move. Let's go
1.
to Jez. 1. Wow. Let's go to Jez. Ben White, Premier League debut for Arsenal. At one point, literally in the box like a fidget spinner. We see that with Marcus Rashford at one point last season. At that point on the watch along, I called him Ben Shite. Him and Pablo Marie both got spun. But what did you make of his debut, Premier League debut overall?
Rubbish. 4.
Well, that's a bit generous, Jez. No, I would have given him less than that.
I'm giving him a 4. It's his debut, and he's probably a bit nervous for playing for Arsenal.
And he had Callum Chambers playing at right back, and Pablo Marie next to him.
Yeah. What can I say? 50 million quid. Great. Welcome to fucking Arsenal, mate. Well done, Arteta. We've got another quality, whatever.
Let's go midfield, Kenny. I'm going to give you Granit Xhaka tonight. Let's go Granit Xhaka. Xhaka boom. Yeah,
unforgivable.
That was the first time he was playing.
Unforgivable. He had one job in the setting off. He had one job. A leader assesses the situation and looks at the situation right. We need creativity and we need to supply the front four. I've already got Lokonga to be the quarterback and just do these sort of sideways Ray Wilkins passes. He need to get close to the front three and supply. Nothing. Trust me, unforgivable. I won't forgive him for this because I wanted leadership. I've got nothing. I won't forget this. 3.
And like you said, he was our captain tonight, which is a scandal in the first place. He shouldn't even be at the football club. Yet he's got the armband. But yeah, let's move on from that before we go all toxic. Jez, Sambi Lokonga. Surprised he started. I thought it would be El Neni, if I'm honest. But he started. He had a couple of shots, like little P-rollers, played some nice little touches, tried to play forward all the time. Looked half decent, and he has done in pre-season as well from the clips that I've seen. I ain't watched all of the games, but what did you make of his debut, mate?
Well, fair play to the fella. I'm not going to knock him, to be fair. We all know getting back in, to come in the Premier League is tough. You could be. Let's be fair. Lionel Messi could come into the Premier League and be a ball of shit. It's the toughest league in the world. So I'm not going to knock that kid. What I saw of him, I thought he had some great touches, and you can knock me down for this one. I'm going to give him a 6 because he gave it a go. I think he's got to muscle up. Be fair, in my opinion. He looks a little bit, a bit like me.
A bit like me, Jez, tall and thin.
Well, he's not Kenny, is he? He's
definitely not been working out, mate. He needs to go on that Kenny meal plan.
He ain't got Kenny's,
Well, mind you want it to be a bit mobile. So, like the footballers who like cross-country runners, don't they, nowadays?
Yeah, but Kenny, he ain't got your guns, has he? And
I don't know, mate. It's one of those things, mate, isn't it?
But you know what? He is still a kid.
No, I'm not.
I think he had a good debut, if I'm honest. I think he was one of our better players. And
Yeah,
and
I'm not going to knock him down for it. So no, I'm going to give the guy a 6 because it's in introduction to the Premier League. So fair play to him. And be fair, he wasn't really helped, was he? Let's be fair.
Exactly. When he's got Xhaka next to him, Jesus Christ. But at least we had controlled possession of 66%. Let's move on to you, Kenny. Smith Rowe, playing in a more advanced central attacking midfield position. No Wodegaard here, woeful guard. So he could actually express himself. I thought he had glimmers of good moments, but at the same time, for everything he did good, I thought he had real bad moments as well and went missing at times. He's still a kid. What do you make of him?
I think what's happening is that I think the press, unless two things happen, unless that manager changes his attitude and gets some experience around him, or another manager takes his place and realises what Smith Rowe is, then he's going to have a very, very pressurised season. You're going to see Jack and I can't give him anything more than 6 because he did some good things attacking wise, but he was neglectful off the ball.
Yeah, no, listen, I agree. I would have given him a 6. I thought he was one of our better players, and I think every time the ball came to him, he always wanted to be positive. Yeah, which when you're that age and you're losing, you could quite easily hide. We see Xhaka do that all night. We see Marie do that. Let's move on. Jez, Gabriel Martinelli actually got a start. Yeah, got a start. Who knew? I thought he was quiet tonight. It weren't one of his best games, let's be real. But again, a youngster. What did you make of him?
Yeah, he was very quiet. I honestly hoped to, when I saw him in the starting lineup, I thought, yes, I was really happy, but he didn't really impress, did he? But I don't blame him for that. With the crap midfield we have, the service he got, having watched what I watched, I can't knock him for it because, if you're going to be a striker, you need the ball. And if you're not getting fed the ball, then you can't be a striker. So I can't knock him for that. And all right, you could say that he didn't come looking for the ball too much, but he's young and he'll learn. He will learn. He's fresh. And so I'm going to give him a 6.
Okay. I wouldn't have gone so high, but it's your player rating, mate. I would have given him a 4 personally, but that's your player rating. It's not my player rating, it's you two. Let's go opposite side. Nicola Pepe, record signing, Kenny.
You know what? I'm giving him a buy because, like I said, he turned it around towards the end of last season. And the good things we did alongside Smith Rowe, he was part of, and Tierney, he was part of that. And at least he realised that he was in a football match today. He wasn't one of those players who thought, right, 2-0, well, you know what, stuff this, mate. Let's hit the booze. You know what I mean? That kind of thing, win, draw, lose, let's hit the booze. And that was their attitude after the second goal winning, but not from him. So I'm going to give him a 6.
I thought I wouldn't have given him a high mark. I would have given him a 5. I thought, but again, it's your player ratings. That's why I get you guys on. I thought that he looked lost at times and he was looking around thinking, do you know what, you lot are losers, yeah. But at the same time, I see him trip over the ball about 3 times in that game. And I was just like, oh my days, this is the Pepe, yeah, that looks clumsy on the ball. But at the same time, you keep the guy on the pitch because he can pull that worldie out the bag. Tonight, it weren't his night, but it weren't ever going to be his night under that manager tonight. It just is what it is. Jez, Balogun, Premier League start. We'll probably never see him again. He'll probably be farmed out to Millwall on loan. Had a couple of decent chances. One he scuffed a little bit. It kind of bounced off of him. And then he curled one just wide. Other than that, he weren't really in the game. He made some good runs off the ball. Yeah, and I was really watching him tonight. He did make some really good runs. But again, like Kenny said, there was no forward movement, like forward passes. There weren't that splitting pass. So I don't necessarily blame him, but he obviously got subbed in the end for Reece Nelson, who we're coming to in a minute. What did you make of him overall tonight?
Everybody's been calling for Balogun to come and start. All last season, a lot of people asked for Balogun to start. And yeah, it's nice to see him. In my honest opinion, he's not ready. And there's going to be a lot of people hate me for this. I'll give him a 4. He's raw, and to me, I saw tonight. I don't know. To become a top class striker, you've got to have that close control. I didn't see it tonight. Now, whether that's because it's his Premier League start, I don't know. But I wasn't impressed. If I'm fair to you, I think he will get better, hopefully. But it's a 4 for me.
Mate, like I said, listen, if anyone who disagrees with any of these ratings, put your ratings in the chat. Let's go to the substitutes. Kenny, let's go with Reece Nelson. He came on for Balogun. The pet project. The next
thing about it, it's one of those things. It's one of those things like a player you've been ignoring all season, who you didn't feel that is right for your methods. All of a sudden, it's one of those players. How many players have to be injured for him to get a game? And I just felt for the guy, for him because what is he going to do? What's he going to do? He's on a high to nothing, and his performance stated that. I'll give him a 3 because I didn't notice him being involved in any way. But then again, we were on a back foot.
I see him come on, and I said on the watch along, I was like, "Oh, the pet project, the next Raheem's on." Yeah, but I didn't see him, and like you said, he was on a hiding to nothing because where was he last season? He was back in the under-23s at one point, and it's like, you've got other players on the bench, mate. It's mad. It's mad. It is what it is. Listen, let's go, Jez Nuno Tavares, and he came on the right-hand side, not the left.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Even though we've got 4 right backs, he came on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I mean, let's be fair to the kid. What can I say? I'm not. We haven't really seen him. We don't know him. Arteta,
and we were losing the game.
Yeah, puts him under pressure. Youngster. How old is he? 21. Is he? Something like? Yeah. I'm not going to knock him, Lee, because I think with the crap manager we've got, he puts people under pressure. So no, I'm not going to rate him because I don't think that's fair. At the time of the game, he came on. What could the kid do? What could he do?
Give him a standard 5, Jez. Yeah.
I'll give him a 5, but I think that's unfair because
Lamb to the
no, I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5.
Kenny, last player, which means Jez is going to get the manager, but I'm going to get you both to do the manager anyway. Yeah. Last player, Bukayo Saka. And can I just say as well, before you say anything, yeah, big up to them Brentford fans. Yeah. Like, and Tottenham did it the other day. And I hope that happens for the rest of the season everywhere Saka goes. He had mad abuse over that Euros with that penalty. Yeah. He shouldn't have been put in that position in the first place. Yeah.
Sure.
He should have either gone first or not at all. Yeah. But big up to them Brentford fans, man. They clapped him on the pitch. I clapped him on the pitch. Yeah. That was the best moment of the game for me because the game was crap. Yeah, let's be real. We were crap. And I thought he'd done all right. I can't lie. I don't think he was sharp. I don't think he's anywhere near ready. Yeah, but what did you make of him, Kenny?
I agree with what you said. He wasn't ready. He shouldn't have been on the pitch at all. And if we had the situation was different with Aubameyang and Lacazette and players who were picked ahead of him, did their jobs, we wouldn't have needed him. But I'm afraid, changing the subject slightly, he is still our focal point for everything we do well this season. If he doesn't play well, we are French Connection. Today, I'm going to give him a 5 because he did try and make things happen, but he's one of those things where you're on sort of spaghetti legs, you're knackered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Last but by no means least. I'm going to do a countdown, right? Both shout your score out at the same time. I'm going to do a 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I'm going to do it to Kenny.
Right,
Arteta. Go on, Arteta.
Nil.
-1.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but the situation. I'm only going by the tactics. I've said many times that he has to get a clear playing style, and we have to be on the front foot. I said to Tom, we spent so much time playing this inconsequential football that I think the players have forgotten how to attack. He's rendered them our team to be rudderless and unimmeasurable.
Mate, let's be real here, right? I put on Twitter, somebody put out there, yeah, like, give us your score prediction for the Brentford game. If you get the right prediction, I'll give you 50 quid. Yeah, he's a mate of Madison. I think he was on Love Island. He follows me, yeah. Like, he's a sound lad, yeah. So I put 1-0 Brentford, Ivan Toney. Yeah. I said all the way through this week, we're going to lose 1-0. Yeah. I knew we wouldn't score today. I already knew that. Even if Aubameyang and Laka were playing, I knew we weren't scoring, yeah.
I thought we'd win 2-0 even without them.
And the fact is, we should have been beaten 3 or 4 tonight. Yeah, they had that one where they spun Marie and Ben White in the box. I can't remember what was the guy's name.
Bremo. That's what I was saying.
Yes, in Bremo. The way he spun both of them, they didn't have a clue where he was, and he should. And if he had a little bit of composure, he could have took another touch and he would have pinged that in. Yeah, they could have done us 3 or 4 tonight. We never looked like scoring. Yeah, that's Brentford, and Ivan Toney didn't get a sniff. Yeah. Didn't get a sniff. Is anyone shocked we lost? No. I did a stream with Rance earlier and he said, I'm just going to do a chilled evening. I'm going to get the popcorn out. I'm going to relax. Go on, Kenny, get that moth. Yeah.
Moth's all right. It's right near, I'm right near the garden, isn't it?
Yeah. Rance was like, I'm just going to do a chilled evening. The banter club's back again. It kicks off the season. He goes, Arsenal normally lose on the opening day of the season. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Rance, I'm dreading it. And the thing is, I've been sat here sweating my bollocks off here. I've had to put the ring light up instead of the main lights because it's fucking nearly 40 degrees here. If I put the main lights on, I'm dripping even more. Yeah. I knew we'd lose. When I see the team, I was like, oh, actually, fucking hell, that's a bit exciting. And I got a bit giddy and said 2-1 Arsenal. Deep down, I didn't believe it.
But Lee, Lee and Chase, we should be beating Brentford. That's not arrogance. It's because we've got we're 20 months into this guy's reign where they shouldn't be strangers. The players shouldn't be strangers to his methods, and he shouldn't be strangers to their abilities.
Kenny, he sat in his press conference the other day, and when it was stuck on him, and they said to him, what's your goal for the season? Where do you think you're going to finish? And blah, blah, blah. What's your target? And he said, we need to be the best version of ourselves. We haven't been that and haven't been consistent.
because he
So
knows.
he's admitting that he's fucked up for 22 months. Yeah. And people are giving him a bite. It's disgusting.
Can I just ask Kenny Lee, you've got profound knowledge of Arsenal. How long, in your esteemed opinions, do you think Arteta, after tonight's game, which was
Bank Holiday Monday,
crack.
Bank Holiday Monday. I'm serious. Bank Holiday Monday.
Kenny,
if we lose,
I love you with all my heart, mate. You're my
Bank
guy.
Holiday Monday. If we lose against Chelsea and we lose against Man City, I'm not wasting the rest of the 35 games. I want immediate action.
Kenny,
I want this to be
down in your
Bank
heart.
Holiday
You know
Monday.
he ain't getting sacked after
Kenny,
Man City.
do you honestly think that's going to happen? Because
I'm demanding it. If Arsenal were genuinely serious at getting the bare minimum of top 4, it has to happen. Whether
Kenny,
I think
it had to happen before this summer started. He should have been sacked after
we know
Villarreal.
that. But the thing about it is that
can I just say something? I'm Saturday, and up here is on Sky Sports is the rerun of Arsenal, yeah, in the Invincibles, yeah. I haven't put it on deliberately. It's just come on by chance.
They done it deliberately. Sky Sports know what they're doing, by the way.
Yes, that's a piss out of us.
It's come up.
What you were.
The point I'm trying to make, yeah. We left Highbury, yeah, and gone to this fucking shithole bowl in the grounds, yeah. And the fact we got an absolute wanker of a manager who came to us on Wenger's deadline 10 to fucking 11. Yeah. So are we going to fuck him off out? Because you said, Kenny, that we're going to get rid of him bank holiday.
Well, it has to be. If Arsenal was serious, they have to.
Do you honestly believe that?
I have to believe it because I have to believe that everyone at Arsenal Football Club who's a stakeholder wants Arsenal to be successful.
Kenny. I love you. I love you to bits, mate. Yeah, he ain't getting sacked after the Man City game.
I have to believe it.
He will get sacked. He will get sacked on, I think it's the 30th of November when we get piped by Man United.
Then I'm afraid. Then we've wasted another season, and that's what I try to fight against.
But Martin Odegaard's coming, mate. Trust the process. Listen, we could go on forever. We need to save this for Sunday.
Yeah, definitely.
Because this was supposed to be 15 minutes and we've done nearly half hour.
Right, definitely.
But I could talk to you two forever, man. You two have educated me so much on this football club. I love both of you with all my heart, man. Like, you always give me time, love. I appreciate it. But yeah, Sunday, midday podcast. Yeah, come on, real ones. And we have got 9 days as well. It's 8 days. We haven't slept yet, but it's 8 days until we play Chelsea at home. Kenny's going to be there. I feel for you, mate. I feel for you.
The thing about it, right, is that they've only got one job. Get me 6 points. Find a way to get me 6 points against Man City and Chelsea. If you call yourselves a big club, then big clubs shouldn't be fit. Should be on treat their rivals like equals. You know, that's the mentality I want the football club to have. That's my mentality.
And on that bombshell, Kenny Ken's swatting moths. I hate moths. I'm petrified. I can't lie.
Same here.
Yeah, they're like baby bats, mate. On that bombshell, make sure you go and follow collins.jez on Instagram, KennyKen1972 on Twitter and Insta. And unfortunately, we lost the first game of the season. It ain't really a surprise. Arteta out. We'll see you for the podcast on Sunday.